YouTubers. Hey, welcome back to Rankin Projects. Today we have bottling day. Got our honey brown ale and we are transferring it. It's pretty dark. Siphoning it down into the bottling bucket. And then we will get ready to bottle pretty quick here. Went upstairs, I got I think about 54 bottles that I ran through the dishwasher on sanitize, and I'll go grab those. And then what I'll do is I'll dunk them into the sanitizing solution before we actually start filling them, just to kind of do a double sanitize there. So just like to be clean. All right, see you in a bit. Just wanted to make a quick note that when you're doing this, try to keep your siphon off of the bottom of the bucket, just to make sure you don't get any of that sediment transferring. And then the other thing too is make sure you don't pull your siphon out from the surface of the bucket, because you don't want to add any oxygen to your formula right now. This is kind of the final stage before bottling, so you want to keep it as pure as possible. All right, so the transfer is complete. You can see we still got a little bit of residual down there, but you can kind of see the gross stuff on the bottom there, so I don't really like to get any of that in my beer. So I don't get the I don't quite get the full amount, but yeah, it's better than stuff in there. I mean, that's like, I don't know, a quarter of a bottle left. But yeah, there's the finished product. So we're gonna get this up on that table. Before I forget to, in your bottling bucket here, you want to add your priming sugar. So what I did is I just had a pot here. I put 2/3 cup of corn sugar, and brought that just to a simmer. So you just kind of heat it up just to make sure all the sugar gets dissolved, and then you dump that into the bottom of this bucket first. Then what you do is you actually have your hose kind of coiled around in the bottom, so it creates a whirlpool as it's filling during the transfer. So, all right, we'll get the bucket up here and get all my bottles set up. I'm gonna put a couple towels on the floor over here, and I got a manual capper, so got my caps lined up over here. I got about 54 or so, 56 I think, and yeah, be ready to go. All right, so the other thing I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna take my spatula here, and I'm just going to stir a little bit into that final bucket, just to make sure like that priming sugar gets mixed in evenly. Just real slow, gradual stirring. I don't want to create bubbles or anything like that. So make sure that you sanitize this first though. So I'm gonna spray this down. I actually have my sanitizing bucket right here with my 1 gallon of water, sanitized solution. And I actually have a rag in here. So just wipe all this stuff down. And then this sanitized solution is a non-dry, like you don't have to dry your stuff. It won't affect the taste or anything they say it doesn't, and I have actually never had it. Although this is my 3rd brew, so we'll just see. On the first 2 it hasn't anyway. So I'm just doing like slow stirring just to make sure that that solution is mixed in. It does mix in during that whirlpool effect while you're transferring it, but just for good measure, I like to give a little stir. Probably not needed, but okay. this over here. All right, I'm just gonna throw this lid up on top of the bucket. Just what I was using before. Just to cover it up while I go and get my bottles ready. All right, we'll be back. Guys. All right, I got my caps in my solution. Put them in a pot. Sanitized solution. Okay, put all those in there. Gotta go and get my hose. Okay, got the hose, the filling hose. You wanna make sure that that's sanitized as well. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of solution down in there. Run it through the hose. I'm gonna do it one more time just for, I don't know, maybe I'm picky about that stuff. All right, that'll do. What I like to do too is make sure you hit the outside with your solution as well, because that's going to be going down into your bottle. So I have to get the filling part here and any part of the hose. All right, put this on our larger bucket here. Okay, that sanitized solution too is a little slick. So you know when it's sanitized because it's slippery. All right, got my caps in there. Now what I want to do, actually set this here. And I got all these bottles from the dishwasher. I got another set to go and get as well. Capper, it's my manual capper. I'm going to sanitize that. Okay. My daughter has soccer, so in a little bit of a hurry to get this done. But then what I do is I just dunk them in the solution, shake them up, pour them out. That one's ready for bottling. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna do a few of these and then we will come right back at you. Okay guys, we have 52 bottles that are sanitized and ready to be filled. So that is what we're gonna do next. Got my caps, got my capper. Sometimes this is easier with being a two-person job, but I'm by myself, and so we're just gonna get it done. All right, so on this filler, it has an end on the, I don't know if you can see, a little push button end. So it actually doesn't start filling until you push that down into the bottom of the bottle. And when it fills, you wanna fill it all the way to the top of the bottle, right to the rim, because when you take this out, then that'll create the proper headspace that you need. Open up this valve. Okay, we got some beer flowing. First one is a little full of air, so. Oh yeah, we are flowing. Right to the top, and then headspace comes to about halfway up the neck. What I'll do is I'll probably fill about 10 of these and then go back through and cap them. I have different size bottles in here too. I did purchase some bottles are the ones I just did. You can check out my other video of removing the label. I actually have 2 videos of removing the labels on these. One of them I tried a little too much. I tried boiling the labels, and it worked okay. The Sam Adams stuff came right off. Some of these other ones, these shorter bottles are Founders. Those labels were on there good. And then I have a couple Red Stripe in here too. That glue was really on there. But my second video talks about another process, which was no match for any of the labels. Everything, the glue just like melted right off the bottle. And that was a Rubbermaid tub full of OxyClean, and let them sit in there for, I don't know, you can watch the video, it's been a little while for me to remember, but I think I let them sit in there for like a couple hours, and I went in there and labels were floating on top of the surface, and so was glue. I couldn't believe it, but it really worked a lot better. All right, let's see. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. So I have 50 sanitized right now. 5 gallons of beer. I was just shy of 5 gallons, so I'm thinking this will probably only fill up 50 bottles or less, but we'll see. Yeah, these Red Stripe bottles are interesting. There's not a lot of neck there at all. We'll fill this one up and then I'll show you how to cap. I mean, it's pretty easy, but it might not be a bad idea also to do this on a table because my lower back is kind of killing me right now. I'm just going to set this one in the next bottle. Maybe not. All right. Set this one. This. All right, that should work. All right, so the cap's in the pot of sanitizing solution. You can kind of feel how these just sit right up on top of the rim, but I won't bore you with capping all of them. I'll just show you how to do it. Just take your capper, get in a better spot here. Okay, you have it open, like so. Get my arm out of the way. Just put that right on top of the bottle. Crimp down, you can feel it on the top. And you just push down and it'll like lock down. Let me do another one so my arm isn't in the bottle. And then I give it just a little bit more crimp just to make sure. That one is capped. Okay. Let me show you this one from this angle so you can see. All right, so here we go. Capper glues on. Put these down. And you can feel it lock down just like that. And then I give a little extra there just to make sure. All right, that's it, guys. So next process after this is these are gonna go back into the closet where it's dark and it is a constant 70 degrees, about 68 to 70 degrees in there. And then they'll actually sit for, it says 1 to 2 weeks. Probably should be 2 weeks. I have a tough time because I really want to try it. I'm not gonna lie, but probably should be 2 weeks. Then you can put them in the refrigerator for 2 days, maybe a day, however long it takes for them to get cold, and they're ready to drink. So yeah, maybe we'll do a taste test. I'll catch you back on doing a taste test. It'll probably be 2 weeks. I'm gonna try to have some discipline and we will see you then. All right, you guys have any questions? Let me know. This is my third batch, the Honey Brown Ale. I have a video of the making it in the VEVOR All-in-One brew kettle, the electric one, and I think it was like rolling boil. I was kind of showing how well the boil was for a 120 volt system versus a 240. So it was actually pretty good. So check that out. Like, subscribe, and again, questions, comments, just let me know. All right, take care, guys. Bye.